Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are doing the week of like Halloween. So Halloween landed on the Monday, but this week was all I found like trunk or treats and trick or treats and like neighborhood events. So literally we went trick or treating like 4 days this week and Halloween hadn't even happened yet. So I have a bunch of fun pictures with that. And then this week was also big because that's Sunday. So on October 30th, we got a new puppy. We have a new dachshund, mini dachshund in our family. She's named Moana. So now I have a Maui and a Moana. And those are the pictures here. So what I've pulled, I still want to use this stamp again. I used it last week for last week's spread. I think I did the trick or treat. So I might actually do like trick or treat. I want to use here just for the candy. And it's just a bunch of hocus pocus like here. So it's going to be like title stamp heavy because I do want to use this. And I have the stencil back here too that I also want to use. Maybe as like a border is what I'm thinking. And then I've pulled this paper pad, Spooky. It's the 6x8. And because, again, my photos are really bright. You know, I got blue, I got the rainbow, I got the orange. I kind of liked some of the brighter ones. Like I really like this little ghost one. And the one that's striped, this one, that's really bright too. So if I need any like cardstock to cut out, that'll be great. I also have these in my stash. So these were just ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree actually. And this one is like spiders. Can you tell? Let me see if I can, there it goes, spiders. Then I have it with pumpkins. Let me take off this one. So these were like Dollar Tree finds, and so I haven't used them yet, simply because I didn't work on my October album. And I'm wondering too, I can just mention it now because I don't know the order of how things are going to get posted. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see an October through the years album, because I'm not good at doing an October occasionally or daily. Even though I do a lot of activities for her in October, but I want to document all of her Halloween costumes throughout the years, and this one's skeletons. So I had bought the album, I had done all the things, I had printed my pictures, so let me know if you still want to see like an October through the years. Basically, she's 5 right now. I have 5 years of Halloween costumes that I want to keep like a yearly, and then our annual trip to like the pumpkin patch or something is like the other inserts, and then do the next year. And have it kind of accumulate to show all the years is what I want to do. And I know I missed October, so I'm just wondering if that content you would like in the month of January, I'm gonna say. So it's not gonna be October, or should I just save it for next October? But no, I don't wanna save it because I really wanna start that album because I know I'll be like 6 years behind. But we're coming into December. So just let me know, like come January, it would be like a weekly series. Like every Monday we would work on the October through the years album. If that's something you want to do, leave it in the comments. Let's get started on this planner page and let's rock and roll. So let's get started. First things first, I think I start with doing, yes, the design border with the bats. I am taking a blending makeup brush, believe it or not, from the Dollar Tree. And I'm using black soot for Distress Oxide inks, and I go along the edge, and right here I kind of pause and I'm like, do I want it on the outer edge, like all the way to the right, or do I still want it around where the numbers would go? And I decided where the numbers would go. Now, of course, anytime you're doing mixed media, it always starts off looking messy and oh my god, what did I just do kind of moment. But as you kind of layer and put your things on top of it, it takes shape better. I am using a number stamp from Heidi Swap. It's a 4x6 number stamp. And I'm using archival ink from Close to My Heart in this black color. And don't get me wrong, I should have used probably another black ink because that archival one did bleed through a little bit. But I am learning the quality of this paper and what I can and cannot do with certain inks. So far, the Distress Oxides really don't bleed. They may shadow, and I'm okay with shadowing, but the bleeding is always what you don't want it to seep to the other page, because otherwise you will already have to play, Russian roulette on how to hide up what like bled through the paper on the opposite side. So for here, I'm just trying to decide what papers I wanted to use to back some of the photos and which of these big, large titles from the Tim Holtz set did I want to use? I think I end up using 3 big bold titles, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to have as this bold, like Halloween week in my memory planner. So when I go from here, I'm just getting the layout of the pictures on where I kind of want them to be. And so I decided to make this one a bunted tag, facing this, facing left or right, I don't know which way you would call it. And I decided to fold it there so that I could have the journaling behind it, but that way it added some more color to the page. I also will make a few more flaps too, but I decided to take some of my Halloween washi tape and just add some decorative elements underneath it, just so that it just wasn't plain white underneath that card. And later on, you will see me add like a little punched out heart to keep the tab or flap closed more often than not. Then some of the ephemera bits I have scattered all over my desk, but that Beautiful banner is from the Spooky collection, along with that little treat bag and then this little spell book. I do use the spell book, and I like that striped paper underneath that photo, so I just used it twice, and then I'm just trying to get the sizing where I want the big titles to be once again. For the little Hocus Pocus book, I decided to make it a flap as well, just because the photo for that day is us in the pool. We live in Florida, so yes, we are in the pool in October 28th. So the picture is like bright blue because of the pool, and it just really clashed with the rest of the pictures. So that is always a tip whenever you have a photo that maybe doesn't go with the rest of them as far as color is concerned. Make it into an interactive flip or flap, however you want to call it, and it will definitely rectify that situation. So I didn't like any of the other ephemera bits from the collection to kind of occupy more of the landscape for this layout. So I go into my Posh Fall sticker book from Live Love Posh. I definitely love her stickers. I definitely ordered the winter collection one too. So I have those to use in the upcoming spreads and or anything else I do with their planners, because I love her florals. I mean, I don't think she draws her own stuff, so she must commission someone to draw her watercolor florals, but it's great. So then I take the same archival ink and I stamp out these big titles, which again was needed to use different ink, but overall it's definitely a Halloween rich theme with those flowers in the orange and marigold tones, and then the pattern paper and the other elements definitely work out. I use a Heidi Swap stamp to title out a few more things I wanted. Okay, so this is the final layout. I am enjoying how it turned out. I have this flip for extra journaling, and I added a little heart right there for it to tuck behind. This one I left flat, but I just had enough space here. Then for here, we have a flip for all the journaling as well. Here as well, I added a little sticker from the Live Love Posh book as well. Once again, we had a birthday party and the journaling will go. And then these are there so that I can talk about our new dog. So a little busy, yes, but definitely sticking with that black and orange theme for Halloween. I love how it turned out. A little busy just with the border, but hey, I tried something new. I may not repeat it in the future, but I'm glad that I have this one complete as well in here, and I will do my journaling off camera. And stay tuned for just pictures, up-close pictures on my Instagram page. If you're not following me there, I will link it down below. That way you can have detailed shots of what this looks like on the internet. Thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing if you are new here. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, everyone, bye.